7 years have passed like a blink of an eye. It feels like we just debuted yesterday. One thing I learned today is, the only thing that's permanent in this world is time. Hobby's Bird Dilemma. Made by We Wen. BTS texts number 35. Fiction. You guys won't believe this. So I forgot to close my windows last night. What? How did you forget closing it? We all know that it's gonna rain last night. Half of your room is wet cause of the rain? Or maybe there's a flood in there. You are right, but no flooding. What I wanna tell you is that many birds are in my room, so that explains why I'm hearing noisy and annoying tweets. Shoo them away. I tried in a nice way, but they refused. They are taking refuge here in my room. Maybe they find your room cozy and peaceful. Plus it's still raining outside. Let them stay for a while in your room, young. They need shelter from a harsh weather. So how many birds are there in your room? Are they big cause they tweet so loud? They are just sparrows, so they're not big. And I think there are 20 of them. That many? Wow. I wanna see them and play with them. Let me see. I think they don't wanna play. They're just tweeting and staying still. And why don't you play with your own bird instead? That's much more satisfying. I think they want foods. Why don't you give them grains? We have them in the kitchen. That's a good idea. Besides the grains, do you think they want anything else? I think water. Prepare a bowl of water for them. And some fruits like banana. Don't birds often poop and piss? I think you should get a box for that matter. I have a problem though. When I was about to leave my room, they all went to me, so some of them are on me while the others are flying around me. Maybe they don't want you to leave them. They want to be with you. You mean, it's like I'm their mother and they're my kids? But I'm not a bird. I think what Tay was saying is they found a friend in you. More like a savior, cause you let them in your room when they needed a safe place. Though it's just an accident, they have a point. And maybe they find comfort and they're secure with you. Or that's sweet of them. So I have no choice but to go in the kitchen with them. Watch out for their dirts. Don't let them poop on our floor and carpet. Not in my rugs and my cookware hobby. I swear I'll throw hands. Don't worry too much. I think they are all well behaved and have manners. I think I'm starting to like them. They're so cute and charming and lovable. Just a tip. Don't fall in love. You might have a hard time releasing them to the wild. Tay is right. Remember, they want you now because you gave them shelter. What are you talking about? Of course I know all of that. Don't worry about it.
A few moments later.
The rain finally stopped after many hours. I miss the sun kissing my skin. Why do trees appear greener after the rain? The outside is in full aesthetics, and since the rain already stopped. Hobby, you should release the birds now. What? No. I mean, we're still bonding. And they don't want to leave yet. Excuses. Excuses. Admit it. You already fell in love with those birds, right? Of course I know all of that, he said. I'm not gonna release them, he said too. That is bird snapping, young. Free the birds. Freedom is one of their rights, says the guy who bought a bearded dragon. I've told you, they don't wanna leave yet. There's one way to find out. Let me go into your room and let me open the windows. You can't do that. I mean, I'm in the shower now taking a bath. Give me 24 hours. 24 hours is a long bath. Don't fool us, Hobby. You just don't want them to be free. You will go down in bird history as the great evil who imprisoned innocent birds. I tried eavesdropping in his room. He's not taking a bath. I heard him talking to birds. Stop spying, Chim. You are creepy. Fine, I admit it. I fell in love with the birds. That is bad. We can't blame you though because sparrows are kinda cute. I was thinking about setting them free but my heart couldn't take it. It's so painful, but we have a saying that if you love someone you must let him or her go. But they are not someone. They are animals. It doesn't apply to them. Another excuse. Stop the drama, Hobby. It is so sickening and annoying. You can't force them to stay now that they don't have a reason to. Set them free. Let them fly. But I can't. Thinking about my beautiful baby bird setting free is so heartbreaking. That's the right thing to do, young. I'm sure they're missing their true homes. They belong in the wild and not in captivity. We're not in jungle or zoo, by the way. That is right, Cookie. That is why I'm gonna release Shammy in the wild later. You wouldn't think about that if we're not talking about freedom today. Besides, Shammy is not being relevant in our videos, so it's right to kick him out. You are so harsh towards Shammy. You are being rude to animals now, Hobby. First, you don't wanna set the birds free. Then, you are talking mean about Shammy. I'm being honest here. But okay, I'm sorry for being mean to Shammy. Now we're straying away from the real topic, and that's setting the birds free. Let me get my hammer in the garage. I'll break his room's door. Wait for it. What? You can't do that, Yoongi. I mean, look outside. It's raining again. He is right though. It's raining outside and the sky's getting dark. Hours of raining again. I bet he talked to the rain to give us rain this time. I mean, the sun was already shining. I bet he talked to the sun too to hide so Young won't set the birds free yet. No, I'm not. Let's say the rain and sun are really my best friends now. They know what I want and they are supporting me. That is the true friendship. True friendship is when you don't tolerate your friends in doing something bad, like what we were doing. Plus, we're acknowledging the animal rights. You don't have to be serious, Youngs. I'm just kidding. Of course you're my best friends. We're now 7 years in the K-pop industry and we've been through a lot. And I promise, later, when the rain stops, I'm finally setting the birds free. When the rain stops, I am the one who will set them free. I don't trust your dilemma. Fine. Bird dilemma it is. But at least let me be the one who'll set them free. If I were you, I'll cherish the last hours with them. Cause you never know if it'll happen again. Don't pressure me. Do you think I don't know that? Thinking about it makes me cry. Clock is ticking. Tick tock. Tick tock. Tick tock. For now, let us enjoy the weather. This rain really brings so much memories. When you say memories, you mean our hardships to get to where we are right now. Being an idol is such an honor. I'm just proud because we became an inspiration to others. 7 years have passed like a blink of an eye. It feels like we just debuted yesterday. What we did in our past lives to get stuck in this overwhelming situation. 7 years have passed and I'm sure there are still surprises ahead of us. That is so sure. With the loving fans around the globe, anything is possible. I hope they won't get tired of us. And with them, I'm happy we did it together, and we should be thankful for all the people who are also behind our success. Always purple. To infinity and beyond, we are BTS. Till death do us part.
2 hours later.
Guys look, the rain just stopped. Do you know what this means? Releasing birds in the wild. Are you ready for it, Hobby? I bet you already are. Of course I am. But you can't take it away from me the pain I'm feeling. I mean, I became a loving parent to them even in a short span of time. Stop being a fork, Hobby. Now if you just allow me to enter your room. Can you do that? I think he prepares you smashing his door using your hammer. Do you think? Just give me seconds, Yoongi. Let me give these birds a tiny hug they deserve. I bet Yoongi Young is rolling his eyes right now. To more years like that with him. Cheers. Did he open the door though? I'm afraid Yoongi Young will use his hammer for it. He did. Don't worry. And if you can see Hobby now, he's such a mess. You can't blame me for crying. It's hard for me seeing them fly away from me. They need to be free, Hobby. It's for the better. Anyone deserves freedom. And besides, like what you've said to Chim, you still have a bird. That will do. Yes, just play with it if you ever miss those birds. That is much more satisfying, right? Fork all of you. Stop with the bird topic. They are all in the wild now. See? It's not that hard. You just need acceptance. You need to accept the fact that they not belong with you. Don't be sad and move on. Something better is going to happen. That's for sure. You are right. There is no reason to be sad. I'm sure I can still see birds again. That's the spirit, Hobby. Cause that is the right thing to do and the right thing they want. And if I want to see birds, I should go to where I can find them. In their homes. One thing I learned today is, the only thing that's permanent in this world is time. And everything depends on time. Be it love, energy, happiness or sadness. That is why we must cherish every moment as long as we have time. Because you never know how much time you still have. So use it wisely. That is why we need to learn how to accept and move on. It's for the betterment. We need to accept that everything must come to an end. And we have to move on. For our own peace of mind, I hope all people know that thing. So that we can all sleep soundly at night. And we shouldn't forget the cliché thing, there's a rainbow always after the rain. I think I'm not the only one who learned something very important today, huh? Thanks to birds.
The end.